Hello, fellow Rolling Rangers. I wanted to talk about Mission 97 and a strategy we found out as we were trying to beat Hardest with limits. First, you'll need a stringer and a healing bomb on one person, and you will need a fusion blaster and a geyser, flame geyser for the second. Right away, you want to turn left and snipe the first Deroy on the left side, and then roll back and go snipe the one in the middle, and then roll back again and go to the one on the right side. Then you head to these buildings over here, and you'll notice there'll be two close houses side by side, and then there'll be a tall building in front of it, which allows the person with the flame geyser to shoot the tall building so that it shoots the flame over the top of the two houses that are next to it, as you can see he's doing. And I'm just pretty much going in between first, and I'm shooting between that crack if I see anything that I can kill, but there's not too much that I can do. But he's primarily doing most of the killing with the flame geyser. I will be watching out for health if someone needs to be healed, but as you can see I got grabbed by an ant there. We found that it's less likely to get grabbed by an ant if you are closer to the tall building. So away from that crack that I was facing, further away from that crack and more towards the front where you enter in at. But as you can see, I can still recover because I have the healing bomb, which actually pushes enemies away from you as well. But we'll get back inside this area here, and I'll stand further away from that crack, which will help while he continues with the flame geyser. We had some bad things happen on this run, and we still were able to pull it off. So we've done it a couple times already, and it does go smoothly. It's just you have to for one, like I said, stay away from that crack, stay closer towards the back there, and also it's all about the timing of the ships, because right now, right at the start of the phase, there's just going to be 3 Deroys, which I killed at the start, and if you don't kill them, you want to restart and make sure you kill those first, because they'll blow up your buildings. And then there's just a bunch of red ants and spiders and dragons. So after that phase, there will be a bunch of dragons that come down from the sky. And when the dragons come down from the sky, there will also be a gold queen and a brown ant queen that come from opposite sides of the map. That's why he has a fusion blaster, so that he can take care of the queens quickly. I'll be sniping the gold one a couple times, but if you notice the mini map if you look at the mini map up there, you can tell when the dragons come in and start attacking. There'll be a bunch of more red dots that come in, and the key to that is when the dragons come in, right? As you can see, there'll be ships that'll come in, and then a bunch of dragons. Once the dragons do their initial charge at you, and you do a bunch of damage to them, you'll want to go ahead and leave the house pretty quickly so that you can start sniping the gold queens, because you want to try and ultimately kill them before the ships start opening. But we don't quite get that in time, but we're still able to recover from that, because I had about 3 or 4 shots with the stringer on the gold queen, and he was able to finish it off. But yeah, right now we're just finishing off the first wave of enemies. So the dragon, as you can see right there, the map just got full of red dots. So now the dragons are coming in. So they're going to charge our house, and then he's going to try and kill as many as he can with the flame geyser, and then we're going to leave the house. And I'm always keeping an eye on his health and my health, and if we need to heal at all. But I decided to heal before this big wave of dragons. And now they're charging. I'm not 100% sure as to what causes the shifts to start opening, but it seems has something to do with the amount of dragons or the amount of red dragons that are left. So, and it also, which is strange, this mission for some reason seems like the dragons aren't quite as fast, because when we go outside of the house, we're able to dodge quite a bit of the dragon fire, which doesn't happen, or would not happen on mission 96, or not 96, but other dragon missions for some reason. So I roll out and I look for the gold queen, which is in the front of the map where you spawn, to be the front right. And I'll take a look at it and get a couple shots on it. And he's looking for the brown queen right now in the back behind me corner. So he's going to try and fusion that with the fusion blaster. You can also kill the red dragons, but I try to keep some of them up so that the ships don't start opening. But as you can see, I get about 3 or 4 shots on the gold queen, and then the ship starts opening, which ideally you don't want that to happen yet, but it still happens. So it's important to snipe the ships that have the gold ants, which is that one straight ahead, and then there's one on the back left corner, which is that one right there. Those 2 ships need to go down because they spawn gold ants, and those are the most threat. So I'm going to snipe the queen one more time, and he's going to finish off the with the fusion blaster, the gold queen, and then we're going to head back into cover so that I can snipe some more ships. So I help him get back into cover, and because the ships opened earlier, we didn't have the brown queen dead yet, but he was able to finish it off pretty quickly with the fusion blaster. But ideally, what you would do is once the dragons charge down on the roof the first time, and you kill a good chunk of them, then you want to leave the house right away and start sniping the gold queen, and he'd kill the brown queen. But as long as you get those 2 ships, the gold ships, when they open, that's the most important thing. So things go a little bit difficult right now because of us trying to find that brown queen. If we were able to get back into position and just shoot the flame geyser, it would have been a lot easier, but it didn't quite work out because we're trying to find the brown queen right now. So I decided to start shooting the ships now. But really, having these houses here is just very, very ideal for the rangers because you can constantly be trying to go in between houses and not getting hit by a lot of that fire or a lot of the damage. I choose to roll through that fire, but trying to get back to the middle. So we're just trying to kill some of these enemies so I can get out there and shoot the ship. He shoots a flame geyser on the ground instead of on the roof, so I'm waiting for that to go down so I can leave out there and start shooting the ships. But I actually wind up dying here. Yeah, right there. So he's just trying to recover back in the building. He has a fusion blaster left over from earlier, so he's able to actually kill some of the enemies and get to me and revive me. And then I'll start focusing on the ships. But like I said, a number of things went wrong on this particular run, but we still were able to recover because of just having this great position and having having those gold ships down. That's the most important thing. So once he gets me up, I'm going to start focusing on the ships only, and then we'll finish off the enemies. There's really not too many enemies that spawn out of those ships actually, and the ships also have very low health, so that helps a lot on this mission. So just to recap, once you spawn in, you turn left, shoot the Duroi, turn forward, shoot the Duroi in front of you, and then turn right and shoot the Duroi on the right side, all while you're rolling towards the houses. And then once you get to the house location, then just set up there and shoot the flame geyser above the roofs of the little house, shoot it on the tall building that's in front of you, and just survive there until most of the enemies are dead. And then when the dragon phase comes in, then just do pretty much one wave of damage on the red dragon, or on the dragons that spawn on your house, or that rush to your house, and then try and roll out of the house and start sniping on the gold queen, the person with the stringer, and then the person with the fusion will just go to watch behind us and try and kill the brown queen. And then once the ships start opening, there'll be a ship straight ahead that will spawn the gold ants, and then one behind you and a little bit to the left that'll spawn gold ants. You want to kill those 2. And then after that, it's just a matter of going back to the building and using the flame geyser to kill off most of the enemies, and then you can start peeking out and sniping the rest of the ships. But even if things go wrong, you can always use the heal bomb or just use the houses to to just get away from the enemies, because the enemies really get stuck on houses, and especially the spiders. So that really works out well. But yeah, we were surprised at how quickly we were able to beat this mission, because this was we thought were going to be one of the hardest missions to do, but actually 85 was definitely the hardest. This we got, I don't know, in a couple turns, couple runs. It helps that this mission is short as well. If you mess up, you know you can just reset and just try it again. But yeah, like I said, I really think these enemies are slower on 97 for some reason. The dragons, at least. I'm not sure if that's can be proved, but it definitely feels like it. But yeah, this really worked out well. And it works on our other difficulties too, because there's flame geysers and fusion blasters and stringers on other difficulties too, not just hardest. But yeah, it works pretty well. We tried it on hard as well, and it went pretty well. But yeah, we just finish off these enemies here and wind up beating it. But yeah, that's the best strategy we found that seems pretty reliable even with mistakes. So anyway, thanks for watching.